All right, so this video is just going to kind of wrap up. I'm going to do a few more programs with loops. Let's see here. I am going to do, I'm going to pause, I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to do 1, 2, and I think I'm going to do this number 1 and number 2. Number 1 is the 100 bottles of beer of the wall program, and then 2 is a simple slot machine. 4, I believe, is part of the homework set for this, so I'm actually going to skip 4, and I think I'll do a rock, paper, scissors program instead of it. And this one is done on a separate video that I'm already made. And I'm going to try to do all 3 of these in this one video, but I might just do 2 if it starts getting too long. So anyway, the first one is 100 bottles of beer on the wall. So you're basically 100 bottles of beer on the wall, 100 bottles of beer, take one down, pass it down, 99 bottles of beer on the wall. And so you go all the way to 0, basically, right? So let's do this. I'm just going to do C++ and call it, I don't know, main 100 bottles of beer. All right, so we're gonna be working with I think I need the namespace. Yeah, I do. Sorry, using. I get confused because I'm jumping back and forth between Java and Python. Okay, anyway, this program's pretty easy. I'm not even sure. I mean, I guess we could create a function here, but we'll just say, I don't know, int x equals 100. I don't know. We'll make a function. We'll say while x is greater than 0, and then inside here we'll say x equals x minus 1, and I don't know. We could say play song. So void play song. We could pass x into it every time it played. All right. And so here it'd be what? Int x so 100 bottles of beer on the wall, 100 bottles of beer. You take one down and pass it around. And then we gotta do, this would be 99 bottles, all right? 99 bottles. Bottles of, no, 99 bottles of beer on the wall. And L. And then I'm gonna do another C out. Okay, so basically this would start at 100. 100 is greater than 0. We pass in 100, and then at the end we subtract 1. So excuse me. Okay, so you can see we're at, you know, all of them. 8 bottles of beer on the wall, 8 bottles of beer. Where do we get to 1? 1 bottle of beer on the wall, 1 bottles of beer, 1 bottle of beer. I mean, I can make an if-else statement there. If X is 1, then, but I don't really care. I mean, you guys see what's going on. Take one down, pass around, 0 bottles of beer on the wall. So, you know, like I said, really easy. Next one's a little bit more complicated. Design and implement an application that simulates a simple slot machine in which 3 numbers between 0 and 9 are randomly selected and printed side by side. Print a statement saying all 3 of the numbers are the same or any 2 of the numbers are the same. When this happens, keep playing until the user chooses. Okay. So whenever you're going to play a game, I think I'm just going to create a play function. All right, so we'll do file, new, and what do I want to call this thing? Main simple slot machine. So again, I'm just going to do, well, let's see here. All right, so when you play a game, you probably want to use a do while because you want to allow the user to play one time, and then so let me write this out. So if I were to use like a, because first of all, if you don't know how many times the user is going to play, you can't use a for loop. You have to use a while or a do while. And let's kind of think through this. So if I do C out, enter play to play the simple slot machine. Okay. CN play. Okay, so clearly I need a string play, and and that actually needs to go up here. All right. So if I did something like this, so I said while play is equal to the word play. And at the end here, cout, enter play to play a simple slot machine again. Cn play. Now, you're going to have to ask the user if they want to play, and then, you know, if they enter play, then they'll be able to play it. But in my mind, I don't like this setup because I'm assuming if I'm going to run it, then I'm going to play at least one time, all right? So I'm going to switch this now. I'm still going to use this while part, but it's going to end up down there. And we're going to have a do, and then we'll do play right here. No, play slot machine. Make it a little bit more. So we don't need that. We'll just play one time, and then they'll enter play to play it again, okay? So right here, we need to void play slot machine. Okay. I don't think we're gonna pass anything to it. All right, and then up here, let me think. I'm gonna need a, we'll say int answer 1 is equal to 0, answer 2 is equal to 0, and answer 3 is equal to 0. Because this is gonna be our slot machine. All right. So each time you go in, you'll say answer 1 is equal to a random number between 1 and 10. Now I think this is going to give you a random number 0 to 10. Sorry, yeah. And this is going to give me 1. Actually, it's going to give me 0 to 9, and then we add 1. That'll make it 1 to 9. So and you know, when you're at Vegas or whatever and you're playing this stuff and you see cherries and sevens or whatever, that's just a random number really behind the scenes. It's not cherries. Again, computers don't know anything about cherries or whatever. So anyway, if answer 1 is equal to answer 2 and answer 2 is equal to answer 3, there's all sorts of, you could assign each of these numbers to like cherries or whatever, so it'd spit out cherries. You know, if you were doing something with GUI, you would assign, you know, if they got a random number of 5, you'd pull up a picture of the cherries or whatever. You know, and I'm going to do that kind of with rock, paper, scissors. Okay, and I'll show you that one next. All right, so if answer 1 is equal to answer 2, or answer 1 is equal to answer 3, I think. I think here, or answer 1 is equal to that, or would be answer 2 equals answer 3. Answer 2 is equal to answer 3. You know what? And I'm thinking about this right now. We don't even need that in the if-else statement because we're going to print it each time. So we don't need that. You kind of want to just limit if-else stuff to, so then I would just say right here, what would I say? You got 2 of the 3 the same. You win. Okay, put that in quotes. Okay. Else out. What did I say? You lose. You lose. All right, so, and this is where, okay, so that's all Play Machine would do. It would run this. It would spit out the answer. If you got all 3 of them, you would win. Okay, so we can run this. Hmm, 288. You lose. So if answer 1 is equal to answer 2, or answer 1 or answer 2 is equal to answer should have got you win. You got 2 of the 3 the same. All right, let's try this again. You lose. 288. All right, I see where I made my mistake. This needs to be answer 3. That's why they were coming up the same. And then I need to look at this and test that because I wrote that from kind of my Java. It might be wrong. I don't know. Let's see what we come up with. All right, so 1 through 10. You got 2 of the 3, but I think they want 0 through 9. All right. Let's run a few more of these and see if 0 comes up, because I think it just adds 1 from 0, so it's just 1 through 10. And I want 0 through 9. Yeah, 0 never comes up, so I think, let's try this. And to be honest, testing this is impossible because there's too many instances. So let's do this. Let's just do, let's say we did 0 through 2. I bet this will work, and then we can see if the last one or the first one works if we get all 3 right, because we should be able to get a 3 in a row here on one of these plays. So there's 2, You lose. No, you got 2 of them. Okay, you got all 3, so that works. So then 0 through 2, we would start at 3. So if I did this at 10, we should get 0 through 9 displaying. Yeah, there's 0 through 9 right there. Okay, and I'm not going to get 3 in a row here probably. I mean, the likelihood of that is what? I think it's like 3 factorial or something. Maybe it's 9, 10 factorial to get. I can't remember. I don't know. I haven't had stats in a long time, but getting 3 numbers that are the same when you've got 10 for each one is going to be kind of low to get 3 in a row. The probability of that's going to be pretty low. But we saw that when we entered just 3 here. So anyway, I think I'm just going to create a separate rock, paper, scissors program. Because this is getting to be 21 minutes, and rock, paper, scissors is probably going to take over 10. So I don't want this video to go on too long. So this is done.